Today we're talking about Mr. Negative, one of my very old favorites on the channel. I've played this guy for so long. I grinded a lot with him out as a 5-star. And once he came out as a 7-star, I don't remember, was he like my first rank 3? No, he wasn't. Or was he my first rank 3? No, I think he was. And then when it came to like choosing my rank 4, I chose Count Nefaria over him because Count Nefaria made more sense competitively for my first rank 4. And now he finally is rank 4 after a long time coming. It took me a bit longer than I wish I could say to get this guy up, but over Cyber Weekend I got the materials and decided it was finally time. So while he is a bit difficult to use in competitive modes because Unfazed Mastery is the worst thing that exists in this entire game, he's still fun, and I'm still going to use him for a lot of stuff if I can. So we'll take a lot of BGs test map defenders just to show what it looks like in a scenario where Unfazed doesn't exist, because it's still fun to watch. And then I have a big thing war fight with him where we can play him with the synergy with Photon, where he can place a slow that essentially just counters Unfazed entirely. And then there's a lot of questing content in this video because there's a lot of different paths and utility pieces that we can show off from his kits. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into content, starting with just Realm of Legends Captain Marvel to see a basic damage rotation and damage showcase. So the first thing that's going to happen with Mr. Negative is you're going to be parry heavying. You're going to get fury buffs on each heavy hit, which give only 10% attack rating, but you want them mainly as currency to turn into light energy. When Mr. Negative dashes back, he's going to convert any buffs on him into light energy, which is going to be basically one of your currencies. When you use a heavy attack, you're going to evade as long as you have light energy and convert it into dark energy, which is what you're going to use for damage on your special 2. So then 20 is the max dark energy you can have, and I'm going to drop the special 2 with the 2 additional furies, which are giving 20% extra attack. And then we get 19 dark energy turns into 20 degens because it's guaranteed to place 1 regardless, so it could have 21 degens max. And then we'll just do some couple of aids because they do some burst damage, and then the fight's over. So yeah, that's Captain Marvel, and we're going to go ahead and do these beta fights next, starting with Absorbing Man, who just came out as a 7-star and will be appearing in a lot of BG's decks, and Mr. Negative is pretty perfect for this guy because what we're just going to do is go to the special 2, place the degens, which are not subject to resistances unless it's specifically degen resist, which of course Absorbing Man does not have, and then we're just going to heal reverse any of the healing he's going to get from his Sig ability, and it's going to be pretty chill. So I'm going to go ahead and parry once more to reach that 20 energy, and then we'll do the evade to convert them, drop the special 2, and then we're just going to reverse some of the healing, do an evade for more burst damage and stuff, and once he drops a special attack here, he's going to get that regen, which is just going to get reversed even further, and then of course the degens will do a ridiculous amount of damage to him as well. So 40-second fight there. Yeah, he's a really fast attacker against Mystics for sure. It's just, again, competitively, it's hard to put him in a deck because of the reliance on them not having that mastery. So we're going to go fight Kindred here. One of my favorite things about Mr. Negative is the fact that he's both resistant to degen and heals from it in his Sig ability. So how his resistance works is he's going to get 40% degen resist per debuff on the opponent. So right there, when I have that Delirium debuff, it's 40% degen resistance, which isn't going to come into play, of course, until Kindred actually goes into Outbreak, but once he does, you're going to see it's going to look pretty nice. So I'm going to go ahead and parry, or not parry, because he didn't give me the opportunity, but then right here, go for a special 2, and then he's going to go into the Outbreak mode in a moment, but it's fine, because I'm just going to heal from the degen, and then we drop the special 1 to break out the root. Honestly, I could have squeezed out a little bit more healing before I dropped that special 1, but regardless, he goes down very quickly, and we'll go fight Enchantress next. I like fighting Enchantress with Mr. Negative for a couple reasons. One is you can just ignore Mystic Dispersion if you just dex away and remove all your buffs, right? Or dash backwards to remove all your buffs. Mystic Dispersion is one of the harder things at fighting Enchantress because it means she's getting to that special 1 faster, and Mr. Negative doesn't really need to worry about that, so it's cool. On top of that, you can use his counter evade as an intercept if you catch their dash attack with it, because if you use the counter evade on a dash attack, it's technically countering their medium, so it does count as an intercept if it's from a dash and not just a medium. So anyway, she does drop a special 1 there, which sucks. It means she's taking much less damage from my Degens and stuff, but I do remove the spells right at the end, and we'll just do a couple of evades, which do some burst damage, and then she goes down. So, not too shabby, and then we'll go fight Sentinel next. So this fight's obviously pretty decent for negative, because, one, Degen is something that Sentinel's not going to have any way of dealing with resistances and stuff, because, yeah, it's direct damage. And then, once we get to Sentinel's final phase, when he has the armor ups and stuff, we can use this Petrifies from the special 2 to just make it to where he's just getting his power reversed when they expire, assuming he's not dead yet. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and parry once more and then go for an evade. And nope, we're going to do it the other way actually. I'm going to do it here. And then drop my special 2 with 1 Fury, 20 Degens with a little bit extra damage and stuff. And then go ahead and do another evade here. The burst damage is going to be a little bit reduced from his armor and stuff, or it's just his analysis charges, but it's fine. We're just going to kill him with an evade and then a light attack right there. So he goes down. Pretty simple fight. Next up we'll fight Red Skull, just another champ where we're just getting past the armor and resistances from the champion because of the fact that Degen is just unavoidable essentially. And then if he fails my parry, it's not that bad because we actually want to be able to be reparrying, because that just gives us light energy even faster. If the stun isn't landing, I get the opportunity to parry again, so it's not that bad. One thing you can't do in this fight is use your counter evade on the auto block, because it still will get auto blocked, believe it or not, which is kind of stupid, but whatever. And then here I'm going to go ahead and bait his special 1, counter it with my heavy into my special 2, and then this guy's just going to start melting for sure. We'll go ahead and do an evade into a dash back to do another evade, and then he's just about dead. The Degens will finish him off right there, which is pretty nice. And then next defender is going to be against Onslaught. This is a fun one because a playstyle you can do with negative is just where you farm the light energy just by dexing a bunch and then removing the dex buff, and that really comes into play against Onslaught, because against Onslaught you have the ability to dex a lot during a special 1 animation, so we get 4 light energy right there, which is not bad at all. And go ahead and do it again. We're gonna get the counter, I assume. Yes, we do. So 9 energy. Perfect. Get the evade. And then I try to go for an intercept. Of course, he doesn't want to do it. But then we're just going to try to reparry some, which is also good because that's going to give us light energy faster. Unfortunately, there's no inequity in this fight, so if there was, we'd be reducing our attack by a lot, and the special 2 might not kill if inequity is in play. But at least in this fight, we don't need to worry about that. So I go ahead and do my dexes once again, go for an evade here, and then he's just going to drop. So, pretty simple at fighting Onslaught because of that. And then, next fight's against Sasquatch, so we'll just watch him against the biggest BG's health pool, see how well his damage is for that size health pool, and it's going to be pretty good. I believe we get him down in 1 cycle. We had decent wrath timing, I think, if I remember correctly. We'll see once it happens. But I go for the evade here, convert my 9 energy, and then we'll go ahead and build up to that special 2, parry at least the first hit of his special 1, because the second hit does have a chance to stun me in the block, but yeah, that won't happen. And then I go ahead and evade here into a heavy, which is going to trigger the Degens, and then he does get a pretty early wrath. Actually, that was kind of crazy that happened so fast, but yeah, I don't even think it would have mattered if he didn't trigger wrath that early. We'd have just enough damage to finish him off. So that's pretty nice. We'll go ahead and fight Paviter Prabarker next. This one's fun because, yeah, like once he places buffs on me, he has a chance to evade and stuff. But that's not going to be something we need to worry about too much, because I can just dash back and get rid of them. And then I'll go ahead and do an evade here. I believe I messed up at one point in the fight. Probably don't do heavies in this fight, in hindsight, because that's going to give him the power steal, which is annoying. And then I got hit there. That was stupid, but it's fine. I'll dash back in a moment as well to remove the buffs on me so he doesn't have the evade chance. And then we'll go ahead and drop a special 2 in a moment, which I get right here, just before my dark energy expires. That was really close, and plenty enough damage to finish him off. So, Paviter goes down. We'll fight Nico Minoru next, I believe. This is a fun one, because in this fight, we have access to just the fact that we can use his Delirium a crap ton to make it to where she's barely getting any specials. I'm running the Valk synergy with Hood, which I don't think actually does anything in this fight. I don't know why I was running it. It must have been for another matchup I was trying. But what that synergy does is it lets you pause your debuffs when you convert energy for 2 seconds. I don't even know if I used that in this fight, but it's there for sure. And you don't need it for sure as well. So yeah, I use my Delirium to reduce the amount of combat power rate she gets and make it to where she's not going to go red before she just dies. And yeah, that synergy didn't matter at all. And that fight goes down in 42 seconds, which is pretty clean. Now we're going to go fight a Mojo, this really large Mojo. It's 1.5 million health, just to see how he does for longer fights. Ideally, we get this guy down in 2 special 2s, but it might take 3. We'll just have to see. But yeah, here, I'm not trying to eat this special one, I just do anyway, I guess. But yeah, we have the Degen resist, we have the heal from Degen, if any of that actually happens, but I'm not going to just intentionally try to get Degens on me still, because I do need debuffs to actually have that resistance still. And right there, I don't. Jeez, what the hell is wrong with me? I didn't evade there somehow. Then I'm going to go for a special 2 in a moment, which actually the Degen just goes away, so it didn't really do anything. But here, I'm trying to do it with Fury, but it's not going to work because I can't, because they expire so fast. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and trigger his anti-life again, just because I went to charge a heavy. I don't think I was trying to, but it's whatever. And then we'll go ahead and parry his special 1 a couple times, which definitely gives me a lot of energy, so that's pretty good. And then drop a special 2 after 1 more heavy, I think, to get another Fury for the special 2. And then I'm going to go ahead and trigger my evade once more. I'm also placing suppression from the Hood synergy, which doesn't really do that much because it's short, but it's there, which is cool. And then he's almost dead now, 4% health left. I'm just gonna try to finish him off with my special 2 actual hit damage, and that's exactly what happens. So Mojo goes down in probably about exactly a minute and a half actually, so not bad. Alright, this is an off-season Alliance War big thing fight. This node wants you to be Nullify immune, and Mr. Negative is Nullify immune. He is immune to Nullify, Stagger, and Fate Seal. So it makes him pretty perfect for this one. I'm not sure why Mangog was placed on this node. It was just kind of off-season war, so they probably weren't trying to do a proper defense yet. But he could fight a variety of defenders on this node for sure. I wonder if he could take Zola. That's a fight that that's often placed here. I bet there's a way you could take Zola if you play it right. But yeah, like we're just getting a bunch of the vigor from being Nullify immune, and then I'm just gonna drop my special 2 here. Probably spam some light attacks at the end, I'd assume. No, I'm just doing burst damage instead here, because if I spam light attacks, I trigger Deja Vu a lot and trigger the Nullify immunity more, but didn't do that. Didn't really need to, because the fight lasted 43 seconds. So that was pretty nice. Alright, next up we'll fight this Kindred from In-Season War. This is on Node 7, the one where you're supposed to hit them while rooted. So again, the Degen resistance is going to come into play here. I am boosted for this one because In-Season War. So just take note of that. Definitely didn't really need to make this fight work at all. I think I misplay a little bit early on too with the root timer, but it's gonna be all good at the end. So here I go for an evade to convert my energy, and then he drops a special one right there, and then I'm gonna get rooted, unfortunately. But yeah, I just kind of have to deal with it. So what do I do here? Do I go for a special 2 anyway? Oh, I do, into the block, because I don't know. I didn't try to do that. Something went wrong with my controls. But I'm going to go into Outbreak here, unfortunately. It's fine. I'm going to hopefully place some debuffs right here. Gotta lose all my energy, though. So I gotta build that back. And then I drop a special 1 here to lose some power and get him away from me. So yeah, it's not looking good, but then once I finally get a special 2 off, I'll be fine. I have a lot of vigor now. 26 is plenty to make this fight work. So here he's going to go ahead and drop a special 1, get the pause. I need to go for a combo, I guess. And then I'm going to go ahead and drop my special 2 after I convert. So I did get a lot of vigor there, like way more than I needed. And then we'll drop the special 2 with 12. And then, yeah, this is going to be definitely enough damage to finish this Kindred off. I don't believe he was Saga, so he doesn't get the double benefit from the Vigor too. So getting that many was definitely pretty nice. Here, I drop a special 1 to break out the root, and then the fight is over. So yeah, pretty nice there. And next up, we'll go to a path now. This is in Act 9. This is a regen node, I think. Yeah, they get regen, and then we're going to try to reverse that regen with his petrifies, of course, just to see a little bit of that regen reversal, which is pretty cool. Pretty simple. It's also got a node that's gonna do damage to me after I use a heavy attack if I don't use a special attack in time. So I'm gonna completely forget that's there, unfortunately. Oh no, I don't. I actually do get it away. If you're wondering what a special 1 does, it's gonna actually give me a bulwark, which is really nice, but you don't really ever want to go for it because it's just kind of wasting time. It also converts your energy, which is nice in a scenario where you can't evade, but then you still need to find a way to drop a special 2, so I don't know, you could just do double special 1 to convert or something. It's not great, but it's cool, I guess. So here I do some dexes again. I need to go ahead and get to the 2 bars of power. He's got a lot of these Scourge charges, which is good, because that's what's giving him the ability to regen, so we do like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and evade here into my special 2, which is going to place those petrifies and turn those regens to my advantage, which is cool. So I'm going to keep hitting him a bunch, give him a bunch of the regens, and then it finishes him off just like that. So, pretty chill. We're going to go fight Call on the same path now, hopefully with a bit cleaner success than what the Iron Fist fight looked. And then I'm going to go ahead and keep hitting him. Go ahead and evade, I evaded once, and then I need to go ahead and build up to 2 bars. Have 8 energy converted, so that's pretty good. And then go ahead and do an evade once more in a moment for another special 2. Only 18 energy, and then the root triggers, and I didn't expect it, so that kind of sucks. But I'll go ahead and... Do I heavy into the special 2? Probably. No, I don't. I was trying to hit him a bunch to trigger the regens. Didn't get lucky, but got some there. And then we'll go ahead and keep hitting him. Go ahead and drop the special 1, trigger more regens, and then the reversal is just too much for him to handle. So he goes down. And then next path, this is a fun one. This is Hubris. So what Hubris does is they only take damage during their specials, and then the amount of damage you did during their specials, they take another burst of it at the end of it for like 300% extra damage. It's nuts. It's a really fun lane. What we're just going to do is trigger the degens, and then hopefully they just like one-shot the defender during their special animation. We're fighting Spiral, who has a very long special 1 animation as well, so we should be able to take a lot of advantage from the degens there because of how long the special attack animation is. And then we'll go ahead and just dex her special 1, and then, yeah, it should be pretty chill. Build up to that 20 dark energy if we can, and then drop it. go for an evade here. I need to make sure to not use my second light attack as well, because that wouldn't be good. I'll go ahead and drop my heavy into the special 2 just to get one more fury, and then I need her to drop the special 1. As soon as she does, I go ahead and do a bunch of damage, and then literally just one-shots her. So that was pretty fun. It's a pretty fun lane. We'll go fight Northstar next on the same lane. He doesn't have as long a special 1 animation as her, but it's still pretty long. It might take a couple special 1s from Northstar to finish him off. We'll see though. I'm going to go ahead and do my evade before his special 1 because he does place an on activation slow. So I do need to make sure to not evade while that's on me because it won't work. I just have to wait it out. It's not crazy long, and negative can slow play while I don't have a lot of ticking energy as well, so it's not a big deal. I'll go ahead and do that into a heavy attack, into a relic, into another heavy to get one more fury off of the heavy attack before I drop my special 2. He drops a special 1 here. He's going to take a good bit of damage from it, and then we'll get him to drop one more, and then this is just going to kill him. So yeah, pretty simple fight. I think we're going to move on to a different fight now. This is against Eternity of Pain Onslaught. Or Epic of Pain Onslaught. So this one's giving me a node, which is going to place buffs on me when I dex, I think. So that's really fun for negative, because we can just convert them into light energy, which is great. On top of that, there's a node that wants me to intercept to place a power sting on Onslaught. Dude, I'm getting freaking beat up at the beginning of this fight. Jeez. Okay. So what I'm just going to do is go ahead and do the evade on their dash attack, which is going to go ahead and convert that power sting onto Onslaught. And it's a pretty long fight because it's an Onslaught where we just can't really gain our Fury's easy. We can't parry in this. Well, we can parry in this fight, but I'm not going to. And it also has Hurt Locker, which just means I have to weave in special 1s, which makes the fight much longer than it should be. So it's going to be like 4 minutes. Hurt Locker just makes this fight kind of suck in length, but it's fine. Negative's going to handle it very well because just feeding those buffs to him makes it really consistent. So I'm going to go ahead and stop talking until the end of the fight and meet you in the next one. Okay, I think we're back with another path. This one I think is in Act 8 maybe. And this one also has a regen node, so just more fun little hero reversal stuff, but also has a power gain node to it, which is really good. We haven't looked at too much of Negative's power reversal, but of course those petrifies are going to be pretty potent to attest to that. Basically what happens is when he drops a special 2, if you have any energy at all, you place 1 petrify, and then if you have 8 dark energy, you place a second petrify. Each petrify is 80% potency, so it means that you're going to be basically always reversing the healing and the power gains if you have 2 of them. So here he does have 2, and it's just power bars going away. We're also nullify immune, so Man-Thing can even nullify the puzzles and turn them into poisons on me. In fact, they're literally just to my benefit, which is pretty fun. So I'm going to go ahead and drop another special 2 here. Place the petrifies again. Oh, okay. So, wait, was I wrong? It's not 8? Maybe it's 10. Where you have to have 10 to place 2 petrifies. I don't know. It might be 10. I'll have to look that up later. But it's at least 8. And probably 10. I don't think it's more than 10. Here I'm going to go fight Carnage next, and this one we're going to get him in the corner as fast as we can. It's a little annoying because he has the special animations that push him really far, so it is going to be hard to keep him in the corner, but we can try our best for sure. And then, yeah, he does the special one, which just pushes him pretty far away, but we're going to get him there pretty soon. And then I parry this hit. I'm going to go ahead and do another evade into a special 2. After 1 heavy hit for a Fury, and then we'll just reverse this power gain that he's getting, which is perfect because at this point giving him power is great, and we want to keep him having power by keeping him in the corner, which does pause the power gains. So that's pretty cool. I'm gonna go ahead and just keep hitting him with my heavies. Jeez, I can't talk. And then eat a heavy attack. I don't think I wanted to do that, but whatever. Push him back in the corner. We don't have a lot of fuel going on right now, though, because we only have 1 Petrify and only 4 Degens, but we're going to finish him off pretty fast right here. So we'll go fight one more fight on this path, and then we'll go fight a couple bosses from endgame content. This is Ghost on the same path, and if she dashes back to remove my Degens, that kind of sucks, but the goal is to keep her in the corner anyway, so she won't have the opportunity to dash back. And I need to make sure that she doesn't have her precision passive when I'm trying to evade either, because that will just make it to where I can't, and that would be pretty bad. So here I anti-bait her special 1, and I want her to drop a special 2 now. She doesn't, but then I drop mine, which is going to give her less power because of the deliriums, but then also I can just drop the relic to where I keep her in the corner, and she's going to get the power gains, which are just going to keep her from going red because I'm reversing them some. So it ended up working pretty perfectly. Here I need to trigger the regen and then petrify that a little more, and then drop a special 2. Place 1 more petrify, a couple degens, and that's plenty enough damage to finish her off. Okay, now we're going to go fight Eternity of Pain Dormammu. This is a pretty fun one. I need to make sure I have buffs in this fight to do damage, so I can't dash back at some points. I need to have at least 3 to do damage. But it's pretty good because this node places Degens on us periodically, and of course Dormammu also does himself in his own kit. But this node gives us one that lets us remove the Degens if I go for a knockdown. So we can do that, but also if they are on us, we just heal from them as well. So it's not bad at all. I'm going to try to just not dash back as much as I can in this fight, because I do need to make sure to have buffs on me. And it's giving me placebos. Eat a heavy attack. I don't even know if I wanted to do that there, but better than removing the Degens, I guess, because I still need to be able to do that to do damage. And then I'm going to go for a special 2 here, which is going to do a good chunk of damage. Drop a relic here, push him backwards with a heavy attack, and he's almost dead now. We've got plenty of damage from the Degens, and also the node that's letting us place the Degens on him. And yeah, 50-second fight. Okay, the last fight of the video, we're going to be looking at his evade, triggering, and intercept kind of thing once more, because we're fighting Foresight now. And again, if you intercept at all, then it's going to give you a Fury, and Negative can do that really easily with his evade, so that's pretty good. Go ahead and do heavy attacks here. I don't have any way of countering the Caltrops node. If I get an equity active, that's going to help, because Negative has pretty easy access to an equity once he drops a special 2, but I don't know if that's going to happen early on, so I go ahead and block this. I'm going to go for an evade, get him with my dash attack, or my evade, to trigger the intercept, and then he gets the Degens, which do 200% extra damage, and then he goes down. So yeah, pretty chill fight. That's gonna be all for the showcase, guys. Hope you enjoyed watching this one, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.